Hello everybody, it's Scott here at Aspiria Fitness Center, and I'm teaching Dirty 30 for you guys today. So I hope you guys are ready to get a quick sweat. We're gonna hop right back and get to it, so follow along with me. We'll jump through our warm-up. We'll talk about our exercises, we'll do a quick demo through, and then we'll hit these rounds and get started. So you're gonna follow along with me here. Like I said, all we need today is just your mat, your body weight, of course, yourself, and then I have a light set of dumbbells at 10 pounds, so definitely don't need to go too much higher than 10 pounds. We're getting a little bit more, cardio, not so much resistance for this type of Dirty 30 style class. So don't go too heavy on the dumbbells, or any light object you have will be great. We don't want to push it too much with the weight. You will feel it, especially on some of these exercises. So that's all we need. We'll run through our warm up, and then we're going to have just a quick speed round for 2 minutes to help get ourselves really loose and get that body temperature up and get our heart rate going. And then we have 2 groups. We have A and B. There's 5 exercises for each group, so we'll do A, B, A, B, A, B for a total of 6 rounds. Every exercise is for 30 seconds, and then we have 12-second transition, and then we'll take about 30 seconds in between each one of those blocks, A and B. So for our warm-up, we're going to go ahead and start, and we're going to do 5 inchworms, and we're doing our world's greatest stretch today. We haven't done this one in a while, so follow along with me if you need a reminder, but we're walking out into tall plank for the inchworm, and we step 1 foot in towards our palm and twist up to the sky. We got to get 5, so we're going to waste no time, getting right to it, pushing our hips back, walking into our inchworm here, and from this point, we step and twist, and we'll do that on each side, and we got to get 5 total. So here's number 1 all the way down, and of course we're reversing the inchworm, walk all the way back up, and we're going to get to 5. So keep it going with these. Take them out of this if we need to just step in without the twist, or modify that in any way. Just go out into tall plank on the inchworm. If that's what works best for you, you can do that. But we're going to keep on going down the line here. For number 3, walking out into tall plank, keep our core tight, step and twist on each side. We got 2 more of those, and we'll keep it moving. Inchworm out for number 4, tall plank with the step and the twist. We got 1 more of those. We're moving on to our next warm-up exercise before we take it away. So we're in our last inchworm here. Step and twist on each foot, each palm up to the sky, walk it back. And we're actually just going to walk sideways, get right onto our mat here for our next exercise, bird dogs and bed bugs, and we're just doing 12 total alternating here. So keeping our core locked up, nice and tight, kicking straight back behind the wall, punch forward, and we're just going to alternate to 12 here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep locking that core up. 11 and 12 bird dogs. So we're flipping right over onto our backside here for 12 dead bugs. Arms and legs up in the air, opposite arm and leg extending out. Got to get to 12 here as well. There's number 4. Keep that core tight. One more on each side, 11 and 12. Great job. We're finishing up our warm-up. Up on our feet, we got to do 20 jumping jacks, and we can modify that to a jack step with the toe tap for each one. So we got to get 20 either way. There's 10 halfway there. Keep it going. And there's 20, great job. We're gonna go through our quick demo, 10 of the exercises for blocks A and B. Keep a nice light jog or march, get a few body weight squats in here while I'm doing, help warm up the legs and hips just a little bit more. Anything you like, just a very light jog in place will be great. But our first one on block A is going to be alternating thrusters, so we will get those legs warmed up one way or the other. We have light dumbbells right by our side, and we're gonna squat down and then alternate our press at the top. And we can modify that into just a bodyweight squat or just the squat with the weights Try and make it a powerful thruster rather than a squat and a press, so keep that one fluid movement. Of course, we can modify the squat and press if we need to. From there, we will be down on our mat, and we're going to do a dumbbell pullover crunch style movement here. So dumbbells are in hands, opposite arm to our knee, and we're going to alternate. So right arm pulls the dumbbell to our left knee and fully extend it all the way back in between each rep. From there, we will take a bridge where we march. So we're going to hold our bridge the entire time here. So we're bridged up, glutes are squeezed, and we're going to march one knee at a time. Make sure we keep our core and glutes very tight on that. From there, we go right over into our tabletop position where we will do rows, alternating tabletop row. So just rowing that arm back toward our hip, get a good squeeze in your back muscles there. And we finish spreading out those dumbbells, going right into tall plank for a mountain climber here. So we can turn that into a nice march as well. Tap your toe if you need to. So that's block A. We're going on to block B, up on our feet. Deadlift with a reverse fly. So when we get to the bottom here, we're going to go for that fly and then finish the deadlift. From there, we're back on our mat for a bicycle crunch. We got to get up and down here a little bit. So we go down here for a bicycle crunch, pedaling and twisting our core and torso, elbows to knees there. We'll be up on our feet for reverse lunges. Got to get a little up and down for group B. So we got reverse lunges here, so we can hold a weight if you'd like. Otherwise, we're just doing body weight. We'll finish on the mat with floor press, tricep extension, and a drop squat. So we're alternating in our position here with dumbbells. So we have a floor press, get that hammer skull crusher in there. So we're pressing and tricep extension here, and then we finish last one for group B on our feet, and we have drop squats. So make that body weight, hold a dumbbell if you'd like to. So we're tapping toes in and then out to the side. So that's group A and B. We are going to start here a 2-minute round of cardio, jog in place, light movement in stationary position, fast feet if you'd like to call it that. 2 minutes on the clock. Every 30 seconds we're going to drop down, get our belly to the mat. So we call this fast feet with that drop back. 2 minutes on the clock to help really get us nice and loose. That timer starts in 2, 1, and go. So we're officially starting our mini start to our block. So we are jogging, sprinting in place, pumping hands and knees, staying up on our toes as best we can here. Don't have to go as hard as you can, but a little bit heavier intensity than a classic, just nice stationary jog. So we got the energy going a little bit here. Fast knees, fast hands and feet, pumping. Everything's going here. We're gonna drop in 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we drop, get all the way down to the ground if you can, pop back up, and start that stationary sprinter again. We got 90 seconds to go on this before we start our first block. So keep those feet going, keep pumping your arms. We're gonna spike this heart rate before we get going. Make sure we're nice and loose everywhere, nice and warm. We got another drop coming here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop all the way down. Pop back up, get those hands and feet moving again. Jogging in place, marching if we need to. Take that modification. We got less than a minute before we start our official first round. A, B, A, B, A, B. 6 rounds total. We're keeping this jog or sprint in place here as best we can. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our third of 4 drops. Get all the way down. Touch your tummy to the ground. Pop back up. 30 seconds to go. We got one more drop. So we're starting to get loose. Body temp's going. Heart rate's getting up there as well. We got about 15 seconds. We're gonna drop one more time and start our rounds. So let's get going here. Keep those toes moving. One last time, 10 seconds. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1, and get that last drop. All the way to the mat and pop back up. Awesome job, guys. That's our nice little fast feet burner to get us warmed up. We got those drop downs in, so we should be feeling nice and loose already. And we're gonna switch our timer over now to our classic round timer. You'll hear beeps. We have 1 beep today to indicate the round start and end and the transition. So pay attention here. If you need to, follow along with me. Don't be afraid to pause the video if you need to as well. And of course, we got our water bottle and a sweat towel. I don't have a sweat towel today, so I'm gonna be sweating. Hopefully you guys have a sweat towel that you wanna use. Okay, we're going here. Don't forget to start your music if you do have a playlist that you like to use. Otherwise, you're just following along with me. You get to hear me talk through the class. So we're getting ready to go. Grab a drink if you need it to start, but we are starting group A, 30 seconds each, 5 exercises, and that starts with our alternating thruster or squat to press. So light dumbbells up by your shoulders like we're talking on the phone. And of course, we can have one thruster right down the middle if we have one object and we want to modify that a little bit. So other than that, we're starting here. Dumbbell alternating thruster, round it goes in 3, 2, 1, and go. Our clock is ticking for our alternating thruster here. Lightweight, going for a little more cardio feel today, a little bit higher volume intensity. So just 30-second round, so try and push yourself. Get those knees externally rotated. We're in a slight toe out position at the bottom. Under 10 seconds to go. We're gonna keep cranking these thrusters before we hit the mat. Good, there's our break. We just have one beep, so that's our transition. 12 seconds to get down in the mat for our dumbbell pullover to opposite knee. And we got our arms are straight out behind you. You've got a dumbbell or a light object in your hand, and we're gonna crank that to your opposite side knee. Returning arms and feet all the way back down to the ground before you start the next movement. This will be tough if you have heavy weights, so definitely want to go for body weight as well. If you have no light weights, just use your arms to reach that knee and tap. There's our break, great. We're tossing the weights. We get to stay right here for this round, and we're doing our bridge reps. We're gonna march these reps. So we're gonna hold the bridge the whole time. So we got our feet firmly planted. Glutes are gonna stay squeezed. Our core is active. We're holding that bridge and we are marching, trying to hold that bridge through the whole round. If you need to drop and reset your bridge, you can go right ahead. Other than that, we're gonna try and lock it in. So really keep those glutes squeezed, keep that core tight. Your glutes on your plant foot needs to stay really active to help you keep that bridge position while we march the other knee. Good, end of break. So we flip right on over to our opposite side here. Tabletop position for those rows. Tabletop alternating row. Dumbbells are in hand here. And from here we row straight to our hip there. Big squeeze in the shoulder blades as we alternate. So we can go for a little bit faster reps here. We are going for lightweight, a little bit more volume intensity like I said before. So keep rowing quickly, keeping that heart rate up as best we can. Five seconds, 1 or 2 more on each arm. Almost there. Get that last rep and relax. Great, so we're tossing dumbbells to the side of the start mountain climber round. This will end group A. We're flying through it already. So we got mountain climber in our tall plank. Get ready to go. Great, so we can run with it, feet off the ground, or just take that march, slow intensity, make sure we have feet on the ground at all times. Otherwise our core is tight, shoulders are stacked over wrist and elbow, and we're doing our mountain climbers, jogging away here. 10 seconds to go before a quick transition to group B. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job. That's the end of round 1. We're going to take 30 seconds before we jump into group B. So take a quick moment, wipe your sweat if you're already getting sweaty. I am. I don't have my sweat towel today, so I'm just going to have to suffer through it, right? We're going to get sweaty and we'll deal with it. That's okay. Grab a quick drink if you need it already. We've got about 15 seconds left and we're starting group B, which starts with our deadlift into reverse fly. So we hinge forward into that position, get that fly, and then squeeze glutes to finish your deadlift. And that's going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking. We've got our deadlift fly, so we reverse fly at the bottom, big glute squeeze to finish. Lightweight, so we're going for a little bit quicker reps. Keep your soft bend at your knee, Hinge back, shoot those hips backward. Don't forget to fly at the bottom and the glute squeeze to finish the movement. Take the fly out if we just want to stick with deadlifts today, if we need a modifier. Body weight as well here will help. Okay, great job. Back down on our mat, we've got a slow bicycle crunch, or you can go at any speed that you like, but we're gonna take it nice and slow and be deliberate about this crunching motion. There we go, so we're pulling knee to opposite elbow. Make sure we're going nice and slow, deliberate, get that crunch in there. You can pick up the pace if you'd like. Go as fast as you're comfortable with. We're just trying to be a little bit more deliberate about that crunching motion, getting your elbow to your knee. Almost there, keep pushing. Good, and a break. We gotta go up and down a little bit for round B. So we're back up on our feet and we've got reverse lunges. Any lunge variation you'd like. Load it under your chin if you'd like to hold a small weight. We're just gonna stick with body weight for this round. Sink back. Try and touch that knee to the ground as best you can. Chest and shoulders are staying tall and strong. Trying to keep our plant foot very stable on the front side. Seven seconds to go, 1 or 2 more on each leg, keep it going. We're back to our mat here for our floor press and triceps. Good, we gotta get our dumbbells back in hand. One more time up and down. Floor press with tricep extension is coming up. This is our combo, so feet can be flat on the ground. There's our timer, so we get a floor press. Sink those dumbbells towards your forehead like a skull crusher and then return to the press position. One more rep, get it up there, press and triceps to finish it. Great job. And we're finishing up our last round for group B on our feet for drop squats. So our feet started together here close. We jump out, drop in, hop back for a toe tap in between each one. And please just take a body weight squat here if we need to, or we can do a side step squat to modify that as well. 10 seconds to go, we got a break coming. Let's keep working. Great job, there's end of group B. Another 30 seconds before we go back to group A for our second of 3 rounds on A. We're working through 6 total rounds, 3 of A and 3 of B. So grab a drink if we're getting sweaty. I know I am, I need to get a quick drink here. Making sure we're staying hydrated, replenishing all that lost water we're losing as sweat today. So grab that last quick sip. We are approaching our 30-second mark right there. So we're going back to group A, starting with our alternating thruster. Light dumbbell on each side by our ears. Squat and press if we need to modify, or just a bodyweight squat again is fine. We're going to go for that thruster. So we're trying to get power from the ground up. Ready to go. Thruster starts in 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking. Big squat, thruster on each side. Make it a double thruster if you want to push yourself a little bit with some more light weights, more intensity. It's up to you. Keep working. We're already underway. Second time through group A. Your knees are out, toes are out. Sinking into that squat, driving the weight, pressing up overhead. Awesome. We're keeping these dumbbells in hand. Onto our mat, flat on our back, we've got our double pullover. Opposite knee meets that dumbbell. Arms are fully extended. Legs are fully extended. Crunch one hand to the opposite knee and return to starting position for each rep. This one's gonna be tough if we have heavy weights, so just go with palms to your knee if you need to. If we don't have anything light, we'll still feel it, I promise. Good, and break. So we get right on over to our other side here. Oh, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. We're bridging first. We get to bridge, hold those glutes while we march. If we just need to do bridge reps here, that's totally fine as well. If you gotta reset your bridge, also totally fine, but we're gonna try and keep these glutes and core really tight so we can march while we have this isometric bridge hold. So keep everything squeezed really tight, especially on that transition in between your feet. And then we'll flip over and get our rows here in just a few seconds. Don't forget to reset that bridge if you need to, or just stick with some bridge reps here if we need it as well. Good. Now we can flip on over, right what I wanted to do just a minute ago. Grab those dumbbells and we've got our alternating tabletop rows. All right, here we go. Rows are underway. Big squeeze in those shoulder blades as we pull these dumbbells back. We're picking up the pace a little bit. We got light dumbbells. We're going for volume to raise the intensity today. So keep rowing. 6 seconds, 1 or 2 more on each arm. Keep pushing. We go to mountain climbers after this. Good. Toss those dumbbells to the side. Wipe and sweat if we need to. Mountain climbers here, so try and go for the full sprint, otherwise we mod to that knee drive with the toe tap between each rep. So here we go. We're doing our best to get a full mountain climber in here, and if we want to mod for a step knee drive, that's great as well. Do your best. Pick what's right for you today. Ten seconds to go. Keep it going. We got those shoulders and wrists and elbows all stacked. Finish it out. 3 seconds. Great job. We're putting 30-second transition on the clock before we take it to group B, which starts with that dumbbell to reverse fly combo. So we got a little more up and down in group B. We got to think about that. Going up and down. We are going to go through this second time through group B already. We'll run through A and B one more time, and then we'll get a cool down. Working hard. Grab that last drink, wipe your sweat if you need to. We are coming up on 30 seconds right there, which means we gotta get deadlift and reverse fly combo going. Clock starts in 3, 2, 1, and go. We are deadlifting into that reverse fly. Big glute squeeze to finish up the movement. Make sure we keep those dumbbells close to our legs. Slide them down our shins. Soft bend at the knee, pushing our hips back. Tall chest and shoulders. Squeezing those shoulder blades for our fly. Squeezing those glutes on the way up. Great job. Slow bicycle crunch down on our mat for our next one here. You can take the speed of the bicycle crunch at your own pace. We're just trying to slow it down to be a little more deliberate about those crunches to the opposite knee. So choose the speed that works best for you. Really trying to reach that elbow to the knee there. Keep the abs working. Keep the crunch position. Keep crunching, get one more rep in there. Almost there, nicely done. Up on our feet, back and forth here. We got reverse lunges. Body weight's great. Make sure you hold something under your chin for a weight if you need it. Don't be afraid to just take body weight. Keeping our chest and shoulders nice and tall. Sinking down, get that knee as close to the ground as we can. Do your best. 10 seconds here. Keep it going. Last rep, get one more in there, 1 second. Great, down on our mat. Before we pop up one more time, we've got our floor press tricep extension combo. Grab those weights. Getting into position when we hear the beep. Ready to go. So we press, lower those dumbbells towards our forehead for the tricep extension. Take the tricep extension out. If we just want to do floor press, we'll still get some tricep recruitment there. Great job. Up on our feet. One last round for the second time of Group B. We've got our drop squats. So we're starting feet together. Drop out as we jump, drop down. Tap toes back in the center and go for another rep. And of course, we've got our side step squat here. If we need to modify or just some body weight squats, we'll be just fine as well here. As long as we're keeping moving, doing our best today. Last rep, get one more in there. Break time. Great job. We're putting another 30 seconds or so back on our clock. And we got one more time through A, one more time through B. And we'll finish out with our cool down and stretch. So grab a drink, wipe your sweat. This quick transition, we got A and B coming up one more time, and we'll go back to our speed drop around for 2 minutes to finish us off, and we'll get our cool down in. So here we go. Our 30-second timer has just ended, which means we're back to Group A. One more time on Group A. Alternating thruster starts here in 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking. Alt thruster. It's our last time through each block. Keep pushing. 8 seconds. Get those thrusters going. Last rep, great job. Keep those dumbbells in your hand. We're down on our mat. We've got that pullover, dumbbell pullover to your knee. 3 seconds, get ready to go. Full extension, arms and legs. All the way back to full extension in between each rep. Great job. We get to stay right where we are. Bring those feet in towards your glutes, flat on the ground so we can bridge. Make sure we're really squeezing glutes and core to keep this bridge as we march. Bridge reps are fine as well. If we got to take bridge reps, go ahead and do that, but we're going to try really hard to stay bridged up with a march. Working through Group A. If you have to reset your bridge, go right ahead. Try and really squeeze that down foot glute as you drive the opposite knee. Core is tucked in, working hard. Great job. Flipping on over, we got to get one more group of rows in here. Tabletop row. Grab those dumbbells. Here we go. We are rowing. Big squeeze. Halfway there, keep rowing. About 12 seconds left. We're getting sweaty. We're working hard. We're pushing through. Great job. Get these dumbbells aside. We've got one more mountain climber here, so holding tall plank if we're starting to fatigue. Get that toe tap switch in if you need to, but Let's make sure shoulders and wrists and elbows are stacked. Here's our timer, and we're going for the full mountain climber if we can. Keep our core tight, drive the knee as best you can, modify into the step if you need to, and if we just have to hold tall plank to finish out our round, do that. You're almost there, 10 seconds to go. Just try and hold yourself up, almost there. Keep going, 5 seconds, don't quit. Great, all right, great job. Wipe your sweat, we got 30 seconds on our break clock before we go through for our final block of B, and then 2 more minutes of our fast feet before we cool down today. So grab a drink, about 15 seconds left, wipe your sweat one last time if you need to. We're finally starting to get sweaty, we're working hard. Our last block of group B starts in about 5 seconds. Deadlift with reverse fly. Get those dumbbells in hand, up on your feet. 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking. Our last 3-minute block for group B. Big squeeze in the shoulder blades at the bottom. Big squeeze at the glutes at the top to finish that movement. Let's go. Almost there, one more full combo if you can get it. Big shoulder blade squeeze, good glute squeeze, and our last one, let's get 2 more in there, full to end the cycle. Great job. Down on our mat, a slow bicycle crunch. Again, you can be as deliberate as you want to about the speed, so do what's right for you. If you want to crank it, go right ahead. Otherwise, we're really focusing on slow movement, really driving that elbow to your knee as best you can. Keep cranking, elbow to knee, do your best. Almost there, get 1 or 2 more reps. 5 seconds. Great job. We gotta pop back up on our feet, reverse lunges, 1 more time through, 30 seconds to go. Body weight, unless you wanna add a dumbbell, go right ahead. Here we go, our reverse lunges. Chest and shoulders are tall. Drive that back knee down as low as we can get it. If we gotta make it a shallow lunge, that's totally fine as well. Do your best, keep working, finish out this round, 15 seconds. We only have 2 exercises to go after this, so about a minute left on the clock total before we do our last burnout round. Great job. Onto our mat one more time. We got a minute left to work. We got floor press with triceps and our last round of drop squats before we take our final burnout. Great job, here we are, back to our floor press with tries. Keep going. Almost there. 1 more press. Get it in there. Great job. Up on our feet. Drop squat 1 more time. Side step squat if you need to. Just a body weight squat to finish you out for the last 30 seconds here. Feet start together. Drop out to the side and hop back to the middle. Side shuffle squat if we need to. Just finishing a nice, slow, easy body weight squat if we have to do that as well. Keep it going. Last 10 seconds for our timed rounds, and we've got 1 more 2-minute block before we call it a day. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Great job. Awesome job, guys. That's it for our A and B blocks. We're going to go through one more time our 2-minute fast feet sprinter shuffle with the drop down, and then we'll cool down. So grab 1 more quick drink if you need to. We'll start in about 30 seconds. We'll finish up. I hope you guys are feeling good. You guys have 2 minutes left in the tank. If not, just take it slow. march around here until you can't go any longer, or if you just want to call it right there. We already had a great workout, but I hope you guys have 2 minutes left to stick with me and finish this burnout before we cool down officially, get it going. So we got about 5 seconds to end our round. So one more time, we're bringing back our 2-minute clock. 30 seconds, we're gonna jog, march, sprint in place. Really any cardio that you like, and every 30 seconds, we'll call out the drop, and you gotta drop your belly to the mat. So let's take it away. Our clock is ticking right there. So we've got our final 2-minute burner on the clock. We're jogging in place. Sprinter, knees and arms are pumping a little bit harder than a regular jog here. Staying up on your toes so we get those calf muscles working, strengthening your ankles. We got 4 drops total. One of them's coming in about 5 seconds. Stick with me, gotta get that belly all the way to the mat. 3, 2, 1, and let's drop all the way down. Get down there, pop it back up. Start the sprinter again. 90 seconds or less to stay moving here. Pump those arms, pump those knees, up on our toes. Keep sprinting it out, jog or march if you have to. We got about a minute left on the clock. I know you guys can do it. 3, 2, 1, and drop all the way down, belly to the floor, pop back up. We're under a minute left. It's our final 60 seconds of work for class today. Dirty 30, officially here. We're finishing it up. 15 seconds before our third drop, and we got one more sprint to the finish line. Keep those arms and legs pumping. March if you have to. Drop it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Pop back up for 30 seconds left. Final 30-second sprint. We're on the home stretch. We can see the finish line ahead. We're giving it everything we got left in the tank here. 20 seconds to go. Keep sprinting. Stay up on those toes. Working hard. We got a drop coming in 10 seconds, and we cool it down. Dropping in 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Get that mat. Get the tummy to the mat, and we're all set. Let's pop back up on our feet and start our cool down. Just a few quick cycles of our breathing and stretching here. So big breath in as we reach overhead. Slow that heart rate a little bit. So we're gonna reach up, hold it for about 3 seconds up here. 3, 2, 1, and we blow that air out nice and slow. All the way down to our toes and hang here. 3, 2, 1, big breath in. All the way up overhead, hold it here. 3, 2, 1, and exhale nice and slow all the way down to your toes. 3, 2, 1, and one more big breath in all the way through the cycle. Huge breath, arms out, way up overhead. Fill those lungs, reach and stretch up overhead. 3, 2, 1, and we're blowing out to our toes. Last time, nice and slow. Reach all the way to the toes. Push your hips back. Hang down at the bottom, reaching to the toes. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job. We're gonna take it right to our mat here. Do a knee pull. 30 seconds on each leg for the knee pull. So we're flat on our back. Pulling that knee up to our chest. Let your other leg hang down and relax. Still working on slow, steady breaths here. Nice and slow inhale. Slow exhale. We'll hear the beep for our transition on our leg here. We're still getting a big hug. Other leg is laying down flat. Almost there. Keep squeezing that leg. Good, and there's a transition. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Relax that leg down. Pull your other leg up to your chest. Get a big squeeze. We got 30 seconds right here. We're hugging in our knee as best we can up to our chest. Opposite leg is laying as flat as we can have it. Feeling that separation in our groin and inner thigh there, getting a good stretch everywhere. Really hugging the knee. Slow breaths in and out, still working on our breaths here. beep to relax. Great, we're gonna go into our tabletop position. We're gonna do cat-cows. We're gonna do 5 at each position. So we're right here. We're gonna drive up, round our back up to the sky. We're gonna hold there for a few seconds, and we got 5 at each spot. So we got our first one here, and then we are breathing in, fill your belly, arch your back down to the mat. Looking forward, and back to number 2, arching our back way up to the sky. Breathe all your air out. Drive, 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 and breathe in, belly to the mat. Looking forward, crank it, arch your back. All right, and we blow all the air out. Number 3, arching our back to the sky. Good, and inhale. Big breath in. We look forward, look up to the sky as best you can, arching our back and belly to the mat. Really stretch it out. Blow your air out. Number 4, arching our back up to the sky. Almost done with these here. And breathe in. Arching our lower back, belly to the mat. Big breath in. Looking forward. We got 1 more at each position. Let's go ahead and take it. Blow all your air out, round our back up to the sky. Blow out, exhale. And drop your tummy to the mat 1 more time. Looking forward, good arch in our back, great. All right, we're staying in tabletop position here. We're doing our thread the needle through the hole. So stick that arm out in front of you forward, and we're walking our hand out to the side. Drive that shoulder through, try and lay down onto your shoulder and get a good rotation in our torso and mid-back here. Really leaning onto that bottom shoulder, get a good stretch and rotation, trying to drive that hand through the hole. We'll switch sides here in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and relax. We're going to flip it over to the other way. I'm going to turn around so I can stay facing the camera here. 30 seconds on this here. We got 1 more move after this to cool down. All right. Last 30 seconds for our upper body. Sinking down onto that shoulder. Rotating our chest and shoulders through. Great job. Keep holding that, almost there. We got 1 more minute to cool down after this here. Keep pushing that hand through, almost there. We're gonna go flat on our back after this here for our last move. Last cool down, good. Flipping over onto our backside. We're gonna lay flat on our back, feet are on the floor. We're gonna separate our knees. I want there to be some space in between your legs here. And then we are going to let those knees fall independent of one another. And we're gonna hang there. Good stretch on the hips and low back. If you want to put your foot over the top of that other knee to really pull down on that hip, you could do so. Otherwise, just hang those knees separate from one another. Feel that good stretch, relax and everything else. Deep breaths. Close your eyes, slow, deep breaths. Breathe in and out. We'll switch to the other side, flip and flopping our feet here for our last 30 seconds. Good, we're coming back into normal position here. Reset your feet, make sure you've got a nice bit of space in between your knees. And then we'll hear the beep, we'll hang down. Actually, you won't hear a beep, that was the end, so we're just gonna go right there. Starting our timer, 30 seconds, let those knees hang. Again, you can put that foot on top of your knee to crank it down on the hip a little bit more if you like that stretch. Otherwise, just letting the knees hang will be great. It's our last few seconds here. Get a nice few last deep breaths in and out. Relax your body. Slow that heart rate 1 final time. And relax. Great job. Feel free to stay right there on your mat. Take a few more seconds to cool down and relax if you need it. Otherwise, we are all set. We got sweaty. Please drink some water. Stay hydrated. Make sure we didn't lose all our hydration from our sweat today for class. So this was Dirty 30. As always, I'm Scott here at Aspiria Fitness Center. I hope you guys enjoyed class. Please drop me a comment down below. Give me a like. Let me know what you liked. Shoot me an email. Give me some feedback. I love hearing from you guys. So hope you enjoyed class today. This was Dirty 30. I'm Scott at Asperia Fitness Center, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.